Babe, do you know what I love?
What?
When my man tastes like a fruit salad.
What man?
But for real, if I had one, I would be shoving Popstar down his throat.
Popstar is doctor formulated.
It's not just a random gas station pill?
No, the company is mainly ran by women who want bigger loads.
That's all we want.
But more importantly, it's what the men want. Studies have shown that men really are caring more about their load size and load taste these days.
This stuff is vegan, it's non-GMO, fair trade, made in America, and it's all natural.
Pop a couple pills of these Popstar pills, honey, and watch your splooge expand to the next dimension.
And if you're not happy, you got a 60-day money-back guaranteed.
And you know we're not just saying this for nothing. You know that we got the plug, and we're going to give you the discount. So go into Popstar and type in that code, boy. You know it's online forever. For not 10% off, 20% off. Can you believe it? Neither can we.
Big loads forever. Get them now.
Slurp them down.
Are you sure you want to post that? It's gonna be online forever.
Yay. We're so happy to have you on the podcast today. Oh,
What?
guys.
Oh, I know you.
Chatting in the back there. It's okay. We'll get another
What's
chat.
happening?
Oh no.
Today is juicy
Today
as
is
fuck.
Just like
Weird.
fries.
Yeah.
We've all had like bad luck.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Hello.
Hello.
We're so happy to have you on the
Yeah.
podcast today. We have the
Yes.
beautiful Leah Hayes in the building.
Fine as hell.
I know.
Gracing
seriously.
us.
Thank you for having me.
Yay,
Yes,
this
thank
is
you
your-
for dressing.
I know. Dressing.
Call her
Yeah,
rich.
dressing.
We're dressed up.
We're dressed to impress.
We're going to
hopefully.
the funeral. We're definitely
I know
going
we're
to.
all wearing black.
Yeah.
This is unplanned.
It's rainy here.
yeah,
so
exactly.
It's raining and we're putting
Fitting
some
the vibe.
people to rest today.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the funeral.
Yeah, for somebody.
Somebody.
Yeah.
So this is your first podcast ever?
First podcast ever.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I'm nervous.
Wow, you're killing it
but
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing
You're
great.
popping my podcast cherry. so
What an honor.
Wow. Yeah, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad to have you here today. And so how has your day been so far? You spilled coffee.
spilled coffee all over my pants.
Mhm.
So that
What
was
the
fun.
What were the pants?
Yeah.
Well, they're just like jeans, but
Jeans,
like
okay.
they're cute jeans, you
Mhm.
know.
It wasn't
But-
like a white.
No, just like denim
Mhm.
color. Yeah. And then went and got this instead. So it's
Love.
fine. It's fine.
No, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
we made it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes God has different plans for us.
Yeah.
True. What do you say? Sometimes God's
Greatest gifts are unanswered prayer.
Oh no, the other one.
Oh,
God's protection.
God's rejection is wait.
God's protection. I don't okay.
rejection is God's protection.
There we go. Wow.
bad.
Yeah.
Sick.
So how long are you in town for?
Well, I was at AVN for like 5 or 6 days. And then I'm here
Jesus.
for like 4 or 5 more and then back to Canada.
Mhm.
Yeah.
5 or
The
6 days at
snow.
AVN is a lot.
It is.
In
And I
AVN,
drank like
yeah.
every single day. I really shouldn't have, but
It happens to you.
Yeah.
You just kind of
I
fall
had
into
to,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So much energy there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this year seemed particularly wonky.
Harrowing.
it was interesting, especially the award show. But
Yeah, I just heard about this AI
Oh my God, yeah.
advertisement.
yeah, no, it was weird. I was like, are we all just like going along with this? It was like a 2-minute long like AI advertisement they had.
And they're clearly advertising it to like all people behind the scenes of porn.
Mhm.
And the advertisement is basically being like, all these performers in the room could be replaced.
Literally
with AI.
so
Pretty much.
rude. At
Yeah.
a
They're like,
at
we'll
an
make a
award
better
show.
version of you, basically.
Right.
At an award show meant to honor performers. Like it's just bananas.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah.
I heard people were booing.
People were booing, yeah. And like some people weren't a fan of Iggy, but I love Iggy, so
Mm.
I was obsessed with that.
Mhm.
And then yeah, they skipped over a bunch of awards that probably shouldn't have been skipped over, but
So okay, how did that go down? Were they literally just like didn't mention any of the trans awards? They were just like, oh, we're skipping.
I think there was literally one, which was like a thespian one, which Daisy Taylor won. We love Daisy, but she wasn't there, so she didn't go on. And then all the trans ones were like at the end, and it was just like a slideshow of who won. And then so like no one got to go up. So yeah, like a lot of the girls were pissed, obviously.
Obviously.
Mhm.
It's like they wanted the credit for like including them in the nominations and then
Yeah, like it's
no
like
airtime.
I mean, like a bunch were, and like the nominations weren't even up, so you can't even see like your picture. You know, if you work hard all year, you want to see that. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, I felt really bad.
And
for
you
all
know,
the people.
arguably like trans performers have to work so much harder anyway. So it's just like, damn.
Like give us like one or two more. Like come on, like I don't know.
Also, like if they're just thinking about like money and business and whatever, like that's like the number 3 category in the
Yeah.
world right now.
Yeah,
So
like trans girls make money. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
lots of money.
it was a little whack, but I had fun like the whole time. So
Mhm.
besides that little blip, but yeah.
Did
It's
you
good.
meet fans and like do the convention part of it?
I saw a few. I didn't really go to the expo that much because I was always like recovering from the night before. So I went like once or twice, which was cool. And then like saw like a bunch of my like coworkers and stuff. So
Did you smash?
did I smash? No, actually I didn't. There was like one night where I like wanted to hook up with a guy, but it was like 7 a.m. So it's like, maybe we shouldn't.
Were there like
But-
fun parties and stuff?
Yeah, there was a few like nightclubs and stuff too. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was a good time. Did you guys not, you guys didn't go, right? I don't-
We didn't go. We went last year. It's always on my birthday, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when's your
And
birthday?
January 4th.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so
And-
last year it would have been like right on it.
Yeah, smack
Yeah.
dab. And I was thinking about me like basically begging and crying my way into the Brazzers party last year that we were not
Okay.
invited into, which was hilarious. I literally emailed them being like, "It's my birthday and I
Yeah.
didn't get invited.
You're like, please.
Please, can I
Can
come?"
I know, and we've both done Brazzers scenes too, so it's just like, why wouldn't you guys invite us? Like, ouchie. But I mean, now we're definitely not getting invited.
Yeah, just like talking shit the whole time. But it's like, still invite me, like, please, maybe.
I mean, you'd think that they'd want to invite us to avoid that.
Yeah, or else.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to be like known a little bit as like a whistleblower in porn, they're just like, no more social events for you.
Yeah.
You've
Done
had it.
ties.
Yeah.
Which
Damn.
again, rejection is God's protection.
So
Truly.
true. So true. I think last year at AVN, we're just more in the mindset of like wanting to really further our career in porn,
Mm-hmm.
and went to AVN for your birthday. This year, we're like at a meditation retreat for your birthday, like total opposite
Oh, that's cool.
vibe. Yeah. And I am not so like concerned with becoming a famous porn star now. And
I am concerned with becoming a famous podcaster. I won't
exactly.
Okay, there
Yeah,
you go.
we've switched.
Priorities.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
switched. Yes.
lie. How long have you been in the industry, Leah?
Almost 2 years. It was like February 2022 is when I started
Okay.
like my OnlyFans and
Uh-huh.
stuff. And
Mhm.
yeah, I like just started doing studio scenes like 3 months ago,
Oh, really?
I think. But then I had like my boob job, and so I've been like off for a bit, but trying to like ramp it up this year. And
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
a winter boob job.
Yeah.
Mine just turned.
I know,
yellow.
right? So you're
Yeah.
like ready for like bikini
Yeah.
season and
Yeah.
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 Even
hers
though
have-
we're like all naked all the time.
yeah, hers are a year old. They've dropped.
Happy
They're
birthday.
here.
Oh, love.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, girls.
They were
No,
born.
they look great.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep them.
Yeah.
How has been your experience? Like, I know when she got boobs, she started like experiencing the public differently, like more people being like, you
Oh,
know,
really?
staring at them.
I don't think I've like had enough experience with it yet
There's still
because I've been like fully clothed
Mhm.
like
Protecting
in
them.
a Canadian winter, so like people
Ah.
can't really see it that much. But I mean, I guess at AVN like I got some stares, but I feel like I do anyway just because I'm like a tall
Gorgeous.
trans girl. So
I love you just like teasing the audience right now because they can't see it either. They're
Yeah.
gonna be so
know.
curious.
you'll have to subscribe.
Yeah, for real. The reveal.
Yeah.
I really respect girls who like get their tits done and then don't show them ever and like monetize like the nipple basically like
Mhm.
behind a paywall. But I was immediately like,
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm like trying to do. Just at least like once, just be like, if you want
Yeah.
to like see them. I've had a few guys actually like be like, I want to see them. And it was like a week after surgery. And I'm like, they do not look good right now.
Right
And
now?
they're like, I don't care. I'm like, okay.
Show me those bandages,
Yeah.
girl.
Literally, show me your bruised tits. I'm like, okay.
How was your recovery?
He said like 6 weeks. I don't know if it was the same for you, but it was pretty easy. Like they looked okay after like a month, and then it was just like no exercise or anything for 6 weeks. But
Mhm.
I don't
Mm.
exercise anyway.
But that
Not a
includes
problem.
getting fucked, right?
Yeah, I think for like a month they tell you like
No
nothing.
sex.
Yeah.
Mhm. Which you kind of don't want.
Yeah, I know because
Like,
you're
you
just
do,
like
but
you don't feel like it. I
yeah,
don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's literally surgery. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it
Yeah.
described with like as if your chest got hit by a truck. Is that how it felt
So
after?
that's what I heard too, like, or like an elephant sat on your chest or something. But it honestly wasn't that bad for me.
me
Like
either.
for like maybe like the first day or two, it just felt like. Have you ever done like the chest workout, like the pec fly, where you like
No.
grab the weights over here and you're like.
Who?
Anyway, used to be a boy, so I know. But like doing like one of these, it just felt like the most intense like pec workout ever.
Oh, just like
Mhm.
sore.
Just really
Mhm,
sore.
mhm.
It wasn't even like painful, just sore.
They
And then
say
like
though-
sometimes the implants would like twitch underneath the muscle, and that was weird. And I was like, did I do something wrong? Like,
Oh my god.
and
Terrifying.
sleeping
Yeah,
because
sleeping's
I'm
weird.
like I'm like a stomach sleeper.
Me
So
too.
it was hard.
I'm so dedicated to sleeping on my stomach.
Yeah,
Like a
I'm
psychopath.
sorry, but yeah, my like neck's like cranked. And the only way I could sleep.
Be careful getting massages. She just got one and like
oh my
Mhm.
god.
well also it's have you been to the Wee Spa in Koreatown?
No.
Oh my god.
I only had one massage ever, like a month ago. It was like right after I got it done too. And I was like, be careful of my tits. But
Oh,
I didn't
nice.
realize they kind of hurt.
The massages?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of them hurt. I thought it was just supposed to be relaxing. And she was like getting in there. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
like therapy. It's like it's supposed to hurt to release, but
Yeah.
it's not all fun and games. But yeah, I got one at Wee Spa where they like walk on your back, and that it was like titsplosion territory. I was like, fuck, I should have mentioned.
Oops.
I mean, I experienced that even without the implant. I have like fibrous, like, I don't know, tits, and like any pressure on the back, it can feel like they are going to explode, which is crazy. That's like so terrifying. That happens to
I
people
know.
with implant. Like, it actually does explode.
No, I was having such
Oh.
bad intrusive thoughts when they were on my, like walking
Yeah.
my back. I was like, I'm gonna turn over and I'm gonna be gushing blood, which was not true.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
She also did
But-
mushrooms like 3 days after surgery. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm like really.
Put her on blast.
It's like a week.
It was a week. Yeah. But I don't know. Surgery is like just so trippy. It's just not, you don't want to
It's
like
not
get
it.
heady about it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
hmm
No.
Yeah.
Oh, surgery. No.
Yeah,
Scary.
no, I was like thinking it was going to be like my FFS, which is like facial feminization. So I was like comparing getting that done with what I had, which is like anyone who's had it, it's really intense. You're like, you just feel like you look ugly for like 2 or 3 months because your face
Mhm.
is so swollen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, I guess I had like PTSD from that or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like I really don't want to get this surgery. And then it was so easy in comparison. And I was like, okay, thank God. Like, I don't think I'll
Yeah.
ever get something like that again.
Yeah, I've heard the face is brutal,
Mhm.
especially like when you get towards the middle of the face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, and like down here is like where it stays swollen like the longest because like gravity kind of like
mhm.
pushes your swelling down. And
Oh my God.
yeah, it was weird.
Whoa.
Yeah. 'Cause-
That's gnarly. And they're like, a nose job is included in that? So they're
well,
breaking-
not always.
Not
but If
always.
you want one, which I feel like most people do.
They're like, while you're in
regardless
there.
if they're
Yeah.
trans or not, they're like, give me a nose job. So
Yeah. And FFS is not just for trans people, right? Like, I feel like a lot of girls get that done.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's like mainly for trans girls, but
'Cause it's
like,
like the
if you
full
have like a
package.
more like masculine face as like a cis woman,
Mhm.
that's something you can do. as well.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Wow.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
When did you get that one done?
That was last February. So like
Wow.
almost a year ago. Yeah.
Oh,
Here in
one,
LA,
one
actually.
surgery a year. It's a great schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, the life. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Did you eat a lot of ice cream after? Like anything
Yeah, like soup,
soft,
yogurt,
soft
mashed
soup?
potatoes. Yeah. Stuff like
Mm.
that.
Yummy.
Yeah.
What did you
It was a
do
vibe.
for porn, Leah?
Oh God. Like I worked as like a bank teller at the same time that I was doing
Oh.
porn.
I can totally
like
see it.
the exact same time.
Which bank?
A Canadian bank.
Okay.
That's as far as we only have 5. But yeah, so I worked there and I worked at like a luxury men's suit store for like 4 or 5 years.
Ooh, wow.
My first ever job was like Walmart.
Yep.
Got fired from Walmart, but
What did you do?
I bought like something on the clock. So like I wasn't clocked out for my break, but I was a cashier and we were right at the front of the store and you have to walk all the way to the back of the store to clock out. and then like walk all the way back up to the front to like buy something. So I was like, I'm just not gonna do that. And so like I bought contacts or something.
They fired you
And
for not
they-
stealing?
They fired me for that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think like I got like 3 warnings though. Like my other thing was like listening to music like while I was working. 'Cause I used to be like the cart person, like collecting the carts outside. And then I think my second warning was like absences. Cause I was
the
in
no
high
call, no
school.
show.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
Mhm.
I'm from the state that Walmart is originally from, not to brag. So
Where's that like?
Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Arkansas, but Walmart is a hellhole. Truly.
It is. Yeah. You felt like the life drained from you. Like as soon as you went to like walk in those doors, like everyone hated their life there.
Yeah.
The lighting alone.
Yeah.
is
It's awful.
hard. My first job was at Old Navy, which is like
Oh, that sounds
same but different.
way better, honestly.
It's so fun. I sold so many people credit cards, not knowing even really what a credit card was at the time.
Mhm.
Like I was just a good salesman, just convincing them, and then I probably just like fucked up so many people's credit. Like,
Oh my
Oh
God.
no.
I'm like, you could save $30 right now if you sign up, even if you don't get approved, whatever. And they're like, okay, cool. And I just know that Old Navy credit card specifically just wreaked havoc on people's financial lives.
Like in what way? Just like the
It's like 50%
like terms and
APR.
conditions were like bad or something?
I think so. I think the percentage or like interest, and then I don't know. Maybe they just like shouldn't have gotten another credit card. Maybe their situation was already kind of
Yeah, like
fucked.
taking out too much credit and then maxing it out. kind of thing.
Yeah. I gave every gay person 20% off. Like I just knew the code for 20% off. And if I could tell or if they said something gay or whatever, I was like,
Like I gotta give back.
yeah, seriously. So
Yeah.
that evens out with the credit cards,
Yeah.
I think. We're okay.
We love that.
What was your first job, Sid?
My first job ever was cleaning a fitness center.
That's perfect for you.
Yeah, I've had a couple cleaning jobs, which is really ironic because I'm very bad at them.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ADD comes in really strong when I have cleaning jobs. So I would just go work out. I would watch Gossip Girl on the telly. I would greet the
that's great.
patrons, but I would fake clean. I would never actually clean anything.
Just not spraying anything, but like
Literally.
rubbing a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
One time I had this cleaning job after that where I was like cleaning a resort, like rooms on a resort, and I would just be stretching. I would be like dancing. One time I almost got tetanus and I had to get workers' comp, but then my boss found out it was because I was dancing on the deck of this like
Oh no.
room that I was supposed to be cleaning and not cleaning, and she was like, I really don't want to give this to you. And I was like, well, I cut my foot on a rusty nail, so you have to.
Like it
Why
was
were
at
your-
work. So.
You were barefoot?
Also that.
Wait, did she like see on like the camera that you're just like dancing
I
on
think
the
one
job?
of my
or
coworkers
something?
told her because I was taking videos of
Oh.
myself. Classic.
Is this before your online career too?
Technically yes, but I was shuffling a lot at the time.
Okay,
So,
yeah. What was the workers' comp like? A big bag or no?
No. no,
Okay. So
not at
just
all.
paperwork for not really
Yeah,
any reason.
they just helped me out at the doctor.
Oh, I hate paperwork. There's actually like so much paperwork in
I
porn.
know.
Like I just didn't realize how bureaucratic porn was before getting into
Yeah,
it.
and I feel like it's only getting like more and more like that.
Mhm.
Like with Pornhub and everything too. Like they
Yeah.
just like updated their terms and stuff. So you need like the form
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
for everybody.
It's
Which I guess is
really-
good, but like also like I get it, but
It's a
just
hassle, but
annoying.
it's also like kind of fucked and insane how like the sex industry is basically like the government's way to like surveil the country more, and they like use it as
Yeah.
a vehicle to do that. It's truly
Mm.
scary.
They just passed this like Child Internet Safety Act, which of course is actually just like anti-sex work somehow, but it's basically like people are going to have to upload their ID in order to use the internet,
Mm-hmm.
which is
yeah, I don't like that.
I don't
You
like that
shouldn't.
either.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah. And what's the alternative? Like, okay, we're all just going to the dark web now. Like, I don't
Yeah, seriously. Like,
Oh.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Speaking of dark web, I saw something disturbing. Can I share it with you guys? Not on the dark web, it was on Twitter, but
Go ahead.
okay. This this man uploaded onto YouTube. He had this whole manifesto about his father. This dude's like in his 30s, has lived in the basement with his parents forever. He decapitated his dad. And he shows it in the video, holds up a bag of his father's head. And it's like just a quick flash. Like it's not
Oh, this was on Twitter?
That's insane.
it's on Twitter, yeah. I saw it like
How was that allowed on Twitter?
Twitter has no rules anymore.
I
The
know.
things I've seen on that site in the last couple months.
Like the original thing was like the bag head was like blurred out. And then like my curiosity
Ew.
got the best of me and I was like looking at the replies and people were like, if you want to find it, it's here. If you want to find it. And I didn't go to the website. I'm very proud of myself, but
Yeah, good job.
thank you. But I did see like the unedited like thumbnail. So I
Oh my
know that it was
God, babe.
real.
That is a slippery slope. I'm
I
just gonna
know.
tell
Yeah,
you
that's a
now.
lot.
Well, it
Once you
reminds
see-
me of like early internet days
Yeah.
when, you know,
Like the ISIS videos and
oh, I didn't go
that.
there, but
I didn't either.
They
but,
come
like,
to you
Yeah.
sometimes.
they find you.
They find-
It started with like, you know, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and then
yeah.
I
Then
finished.
it's Mr. Hands.
Then it's Mr. Hands, and then I finished the series of all of those, and then
What's Mr. Hands?
Mr. Hands
Do I
involves a
wanna
horse.
know?
it's the horse video. Did you ever see that?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
The guy and the horse.
Yeah, and the guy died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. R.I.P. Truly.
Why did
but
every 11-year-old in America see that
I
goddamn
don't
video?
know. I don't think
and
that.
the jar guy.
Jar guy.
Jar guy.
Oh
the
yeah, when he
bus.
sat on the jar and.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I saw a lot of crazy shit on like what's it called? Chat roulette.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That ephemeral shit.
As a minor.
Yeah.
Of course.
Usually.
Yeah.
As one does.
Yeah. And yeah, the like snuff videos. Like I thought like these videos were going to be about poop, like 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and it was like 4 Guys, 1 Hammer, I think was the name of it.
Oh, was that the
Eh,
one where
yep,
they
you remember.
smashed like their like balls or whatever?
No, this was like, all right, picture we're in Ukraine and and these guys like pull over on the side of the road, pull out a bunch of like tools, and then they go into the woods and they just sit there and wait. And then there was this guy that was walking. He just had, I like read all the articles about it. I know too much information because it scarred me and I needed to know everything I could about it after. But this guy was like, he dropped his daughter off at school, was walking home in the woods, and these people find him and just start torturing him, like stabbing him with screwdrivers and like just a bunch of crazy shit. And I was just like, huh?
You saw this on a video?
Yeah, when I was like 9 or
Oh,
something.
God.
So scary. And of course I was like, this is like a horror movie. It's like Blair Witch. It's not real, right? And then yeah, I did the research and it was very much real. Yeah.
Great.
Psychopaths are everywhere and they always start with killing cats. What's up with that?
I don't know.
It is really
Scary.
interesting. Yeah, the thin line between just like appreciating animals and torturing them when you're a child. It's
I know.
Crazy.
And even though the internet rules a lot of like more life in general now than when we were younger, I don't think kids are like stumbling across snuff videos these days. Like
So
maybe
maybe
I'm
that's progress.
I hope so.
I guess.
Yeah, because like porn pop-ups don't exist anymore, thank God. I remember like on Club Penguin and then
Oh,
like
yeah.
a porn pop-up out of
That's
nowhere.
easy, yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, pop-ups in general are a thing of the past,
Yeah.
thank God, because it was traumatizing.
Yeah, you'd like go to watch something on like, I don't know. Do you guys have Crave here?
Mm-mm.
No,
Okay,
it's
or
not.
like it's just like a Netflix kind of
Okay.
off-brand thing. Anyway, like just like a video streaming service, and then you
Mhm.
get like the porn pop up, but you're like, I'm literally just trying to watch like the Vampire Diaries or something, and it would be like there's like a girl within like 3 kilometers of you, like whatever. Yeah,
Mm.
What is up with the like
And you're, like,
pop-ups that are like
15.
hot grannies want to smash in your area, and then you just see a granny getting like railed on Pornhub? Why does it
it's like
do
I
that?
didn't ask for
I
that.
didn't. I did it. Why does it do that, guys?
I mean,
I need to
the
know.
advertisements are there because they do well. So there's a
people
big
are
market.
interested.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Do
that
men
was
think they can hit with a grandma, and so it's like
Oh, for sure.
okay,
Yeah.
so that's what it is.
yeah. Yeah, also like age has like risen in popularity as told by the Pornhub statistics that came
Mm.
out. Like more people are interested in like GILF porn.
Mm.
Is it GILF or GILF porn?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with GILF because I don't say
Gram.
grandma.
True.
Thank you.
But
That-
it's the same for grandpa, right? You know how there's like MILF and DILF, but
Yeah.
like how do you distinguish grandma and grandpa.
Well,
I guess just by looking up.
the older, yeah,
How could you know?
Yeah.
the older people get, the more androgynous they are anyway. So gilf just works for everybody. I think.
Facts.
Yeah.
We'll just
Oh.
look like grandpas with implants when we're that old. So that'll be like our only distinguishing factor. Like,
Oh, I wonder how many people get plastic surgery like 70 and above. I feel like it's way more dangerous to get work
for
done.
sure. Like Joan Rivers. She like
Oh, is that how she
passed like, yeah, I think she was getting like her
Oh.
neck or face done or something. And I don't know if that's like
The
actually the reason
yeah.
why, but I mean, she was like in her 80s, I think.
Yeah.
And Kanye's mom died of a BBL.
Oh, I forgot all about
Mhm.
that.
I just found that out recently and I was
I-
like, no wonder
You
you hate
literally
BBLs.
just like opened a part of my brain that I have not opened in years. Like I forgot that
The Kanye
she
lore.
died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was from a BBL.
I knew it was from like some sort of surgery, but
Hmm.
Would y'all ever get a BBL?
I've thought about it,
I've
but
thought
I don't know. It scares me because like it's the most dangerous one,
Mm-hmm.
apparently.
They
but
say like if you go to a good person, you're really fine.
yeah,
But the recovery time is
I
goddamn
know.
brutal.
It's
and
like
you
6
can't
months.
sit down for like a long period of time. But I've
Mhm.
seen like a few that look like amazing, and I'm like,
I
shit, like, do
know.
I? But I wouldn't want like I don't know, like not like a regular one, like maybe like a skinny BBL or
Yeah.
the country club BBL or something.
What's the country club?
It's just like a skinnier BBL, I
Mm.
think.
You don't want the
Like the Kendall Jenner vibe, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I feel like
Allegedly.
if I was like super thick and like had weight that I wanted to lose, I would be more inclined to get a BBL. But I'm like, I'm already
Yeah.
kind of snatched. My ass is already kind of fat. Like, do I really need to spend 30 grand?
No, yeah,
making
your ass
it
is fat,
more?
fat. Not
Thank you,
even
babe.
kind of.
I was fishing.
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
She took the bait.
Yeah. I'm just way too scared of surgery. And that one's so intense. I'm like picturing it. They're like,
Yeah,
Like-
I know lipo looks insane.
Oh.
Like just getting
Scraping.
stabbed with a tube. Like I don't know. I think I might just do Sculptra and see how that looks. And
I've heard good things. I don't know what it is. It's an injection, right?
yeah, it's like filler, but for the body.
Oh.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. But only
Yeah,
lasts like
gotcha.
2 years, I think.
I would maybe do like a fat transfer to the tits later on in life, or maybe like a breast lift later. But I don't know. I feel so strange about it's not even like the surgery and the incisions. It's like the anesthesia. I feel really
No,
like,
I completely get you because
Yeah.
it's just like I could like never wake up.
yeah.
That was me like going under. I was just like, okay, bye.
Oh my god, because me going under, I'm like, I could never wake up.
Yeah, the two sides.
Yeah. But you both did, and honestly, I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
Truly.
Or did we?
Oh.
No.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Then where am I?
Little do you know, you already had one.
Oh.
Yeah, you just don't know.
The secret BBL.
Whoa.
I don't even know about it. That's wild. I wonder if there's going to be new procedures too in the future that we just don't even
Mhm.
know about yet.
Have you seen Demi Moore?
Demi
I've been
Moore.
seeing her all over my TikTok. She looks absolutely amazing.
Whoa, what did
What's
she get
going
done?
on? The
I,
peptides?
I don't know
Is it
for
the
sure.
peptides?
Probably a facelift.
Okay.
But yeah, she looks so good.
I will be
Like,
getting a
I'm just like
facelift.
obsessed with I'm seeing it like all over my TikTok. She looks so good.
Facelifts are going to get so much better too by the time we want one, I
Mhm.
think.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be like a laser facelift somehow.
I hope.
I hope.
Yeah. No,
be
that-
nano
I don't,
that's
robot.
I
great.
don't want my scalp taken off.
Yeah. I had that. It was wild.
Oh, did you get like the hair?
Yeah, they cut like all along and peeled down my face to my eyebrows.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
To your
I looked like-
eyebrows?
yeah, I looked like Frankenstein after. Like I had like
Oh.
staples in my head going like all the way up.
It looks so cool, like perfect.
Oh, thank you. It's been like almost a year, so I like would hope. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was wild.
Whoa.
Yeah, it takes a long time to heal.
Yeah. And this was like a year into doing porn, and then you
Mhm.
had to like heal from all of this.
Yeah. Well,
Did you-
I like filmed all my porn
Mhm.
and then like I think I did a collab like a day or two before and
Oh, yeah.
then
Mhm.
had my surgeries and then,
Mhm.
yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
So, Leah, you messaged us in part about a story that you wanted to tell us.
Yes.
Let's get
Because
into
just
it.
a,
Let's
yeah,
get into it.
just a little backstory for those who haven't listened to every episode of the pod, which shame on you if you haven't. But you know, we had a bit of a problematic collab. We talked a little bit of light shit. Not even
We
a
barely
whole poop,
scraped.
just
Yeah.
a little bit of
We
shit.
tooted about it.
We just not even the
Well,
floor.
that's how I like found out about you guys. Basically, it was from that. So,
I love
That's
to hear that so much.
wild.
Yeah, and then talked a little bit of shit. The person we were talking shit about, who we will hear on refer to as the skin plumber,
Mm-hmm.
threatened to sue us because of the little fart that we talked about him. And then we
making
fully came on in lawyer garb and wrapped up our last season by talking more shit, which inspired a lot of people to talk shit in our DMs about him.
Yeah, the DMs
Yeah.
were full as fuck about him, just horror stories. And you reached out to me, and I was just like, whoa, just because I knew that
I
you
was
were
one of
like,
those DMs.
yes, you were. But it like, I don't know, just because I knew that you were kind of like in that group. So I was like, oh shit, like this is the real deal.
Yeah.
We didn't know that we were just scratching the surface because, like, we've
Yeah.
met sociopaths, and really, once you meet one, you've met them all in
And
a
you
lot of
can really-
ways. You can see them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
you
we
can
knew
see it
something was
everywhere.
off, but you
Mhm.
know the deep depths. So
Mhm.
Yeah, so we thought this guy was just like, you know, overrated and like mid and just all these things and like, I don't know, pedestalized
Mhm.
for reasons that are unknown to me.
Mhm.
But it goes a lot deeper than that. And I think we both felt that there was like this underbelly of truth behind this psychotic person. And yeah, we just didn't even know the scope of
Mhm.
of it all.
I know. It was like when everyone was like, you know, coming out and talking about that when he like canceled himself.
Uh-huh.
And then
in response to our podcast,
in
yeah.
response to you guys. And then I was like, if only they knew, you know, all this shit that has gone down. I don't know, where should I start? Like the very beginning, I guess.
Yeah, like I mean, start wherever you want to start, but
Well-
yeah, maybe the beginning.
And feel
feels-
safe.
Yeah.
Know that we'll cut anything you want to cut. So
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
Perfect.
no
Yeah.
sweat. on that.
Well, basically, how I met him was through Tinder.
Mhm.
So I was just like on Tinder, as one is, you know, looking for dick. And he like messaged me and was like, "Hey, darling, like, how are you?" I was like,
Not the darling.
I'm good, like better now that I'm talking to you, like, haha. And he's like immediately like asked for Snapchat, and I'm like, okay, like I know what's up.
Orange flag.
It's orange flag, yellow flag for Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then snapped him. He's immediately like, when are you free? And I was like, anytime, because I was like, at the time, I didn't have a job. I was just like a full-time student. So I was like, and it was online like during the pandemic. So I had a lot of free time. And so I was like, whenever. So then he was like, just like send me like a bunch of like nudes and videos, like what do you like blah blah blah. And I was kind of just like, oh, like I like it like on like the rougher side, like I'm into like CNC and all that kind of stuff. So we
And he was
talked
like,
about
"Ding, ding,
that.
ding."
Yeah. Orange flag again. And then so basically he was like, oh, like do you mind if I like film like our first encounter? And I was like super into the idea because like I've never had that happen before. This was before I started OnlyFans. And I thought it was like super hot. So he like came over, filmed like the whole thing.
Wait,
and then like
pause for just 1 second.
oh, try.
So
What is
sorry.
the sound?
I think that's a trash truck.
Oh, it's the
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah, I know it sounds like it's coming from above,
Yeah.
but I think it's just from the street. That's definitely
Okay.
a truck.
Okay.
No, it's good for now. We'll cut
Sorry about
We'll
that.
cut that little part out. Wow, I didn't know this whole Tinder story. I'm all ears.
But I knew that's been his thing with a lot of women.
Mhm.
Hmm. So we'll get more to that later, I guess. So yeah, we film it, wrap up. It like was good. It was hot. And then we somehow got on the subject of OnlyFans. I had not made one. I did not know he like was helping other girls with theirs. And like I had heard of doing it before, and I was like, oh, like maybe like da da da. he leaves, whatever. We like kind of keep in contact. He like comes over a couple more times, like over the next like 2 or 3 months. We talk back and forth. And he sends me a video of him and another girl. Like he's like fucking her. And he's like this like could be us. Like she does OnlyFans. Like you should do your own. And then I was like, okay. Like I kind of was like getting like alarm bells kind of going in my head, but I was like, I think it's fine. Like me just being naive, I guess. And I talked to my friends about it, and they're all like, don't do porn. Like, what are you doing? But I was like super broke, and I was like, okay, like I should try it. And Skin Plumber was like, oh, like I guarantee you'll make at least like $60K a year, like something like that. And I was like, that sounds good to me. Like, so I did it. I was fully consenting, but you know, he kind of like sweetened the deal.
Implanted the idea as
Yeah.
well.
And like the first month or two, I would say like I did like okay for myself. Like I made about the same that I was making at my full-time job. But I was like, that's not as much as like I thought it would be, because it was like my full-time job was like barely more than minimum wage, I think. So I was like, oh, like what did I get myself into kind of thing. We like filmed more content and everything. And then I started kind of like taking over my own marketing. So like part of the deal was, by the way, he would take like 20% of my cut from OnlyFans, and he would be my like stunt cock and help me like post and like just navigate, because I was like, you know, jumping into it blind. I didn't know what I was doing. So we did all that, and then I kind of like from the jump got the inkling that like he wasn't really putting a lot of effort into posting or anything. And I was like, should I have like more content? Like, especially if you're just starting, like you want to kind of like build up a collection pretty quickly. And then so after that, I started taking over my own marketing. So I started Reddit, and he was kind of just like, oh, like Reddit's not going to do anything for you. Like just stick to FetLife. He only advertised on FetLife, which I feel like is super unique. Because, like, the more I've been into the industry, I feel like not a lot of people know about FetLife. So I was on there, and then Reddit. And then as soon as I did my own Reddit, my, like, OnlyFans basically, like, blew up. And I was like, okay. And then he started becoming, like, more interested in, like, me again. It was kind of like a push and pull. And then he was like, oh, like, you're doing great for yourself. And it's like, in retrospect, I'm like, oh, he's only happy because he's making more money.
Because he's still getting
the 20%.
And then I would like come to him and complain like as months went by, and I'd be like, okay, well, like I'm paying you a lot more now just because I'm making more for myself. Like, are you going to put more effort into my account now? Because like I get it, like before, if it's like 20% of a much lower number, right? Like, how much effort are you going to put into it?
And what is he doing by running your account? He's messaging people for you. He's scheduling.
He would
posts.
help with messaging, but like I would do most of it myself, I would say, and then he would help me like come up with like captions and like posts and stuff, because a lot of our content was filmed on his phone. Another kind of like red flag, because a lot of the time I didn't have my own content. To this day, I still am missing like a ton that I will never use, and because bridges have been burned. But yeah, so he would like help with that, and then my stunt cock, it was like his stunt cock fee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then I would complain, and then he would kind of give me like a spiel of like, oh, like you don't want to oversaturate the market. Like what I'm doing is fine. Like if you put too much out there for free, like people aren't going to come and subscribe, which at the time I was like, oh, like that makes so much sense. But it's like, if I'm actually only like posting stuff like once a week, like what's going on? And I noticed he was like posting a lot more on another girl's page, which is, I came to find out later, she was giving him 50%, I think, to this day. I'm not sure if she's still doing that. But I was like, okay, I guess she's giving him more money. But then as I started like making more, and my cut, I guess, that he was getting was bigger, I was like, why am I not seeing like more?
Both. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And he also, I don't know if he was doing this with multiple girls, but he like set up their OnlyFans and put his banking information in the
So
account.
I know of that one girl's for sure,
Okay.
who I was also close friends with
Mhm.
for a while. And I know for a fact that I don't know if I'm allowed to say like for a fact, but
It's okay.
legally, allegedly,
Right.
all the money was going to a bank account with his name on it. So her OnlyFans got deleted. They were like, you can't do this. So she had to start a brand new one with her name on it, which is great. I'm glad OnlyFans like caught that. But I'm pretty sure he still has access to that banking information and account. So
well,
that's pretty
50%, no one
interesting.
should ever be getting 50% of your OnlyFans, period, point blank. Like, I was talking with this girl yesterday. She's like, yeah, this management company wants to take 50%. I was like, full stop. Like, no,
That's
don't do
way
that.
too high.
Yeah.
No. And it's like, what are they doing for you? I mean,
Right.
if they're putting in like all the work, all the marketing,
And you're making more than you would be making
and
by
you're making
yourself.
more,
Mm-hmm.
that's great. But still, that's like a wild amount when it's your face behind it.
Yeah.
You're still you're a part of 100% of the content, not just some of it. Like you're going to have different people who you're collabing with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Filming a lot of it yourself. So 50% is crazy.
And
It's
OnlyFans
crazy.
already takes a cut as well.
20.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of the most frustrating things about the skin plumber for me is that he's like upheld as this like good example of a man and someone who's like really open and accepting and like woke even or whatever.
I know.
Like, it feels like he gets these accolades for that.
Yeah. As he was like blowing up, it was like extremely frustrating for me because I was just like, I could see like all the people who were just, like you said, just like building him up to be this crazy thing. I guess because, I don't know, he kind of like came out of nowhere and was like tweeting every day, really engaging with his fans, kind of like promoting that image of himself. But like behind the scenes, that was not the truth. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's the same formula as like other men in the industry who have experienced like a fast rocket ship of like they work with a couple of like big girls, like well respected and like popular girls in the industry, and then other girls are like, "Oh, if she worked with him, he's probably great." It's the same thing. I mean, that's why we worked with him because we saw a lot of people that we like work with him. So it was like, this must be awesome. And they're not only just like posting him, they're like posting him. Like, this guy is amazing.
Like he's their pin post for like weeks on end.
Yeah.
He really has that like effect on people.
That's why, yeah, I know. It's like this, like, I mean, that's how I feel like personally, how he was with me at the very beginning. Like extremely like
Love
nice
bomby.
and funny. Yeah. And love bomby, like with like pet names and stuff like that. And then over time, you know, you can kind of see through it, but you guys kind of like saw through it right away. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. These girls have like a good read on people.
Yeah. Thank God. I think if not for being like assaulted earlier in the year and like our guard just went all the way up. And you know, you do have that feeling when you go to work, when you go to do a scene, you just like want to do it, want to complete it, want to make money off of it. I'm just so glad that we were like, wait, we don't have to fucking do this. Like, this man will. Honestly, I've never been so relieved not to have fucked somebody.
Yeah.
There's no way the
hindsight
dick is
2020, but like you already made that right decision with limited information.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Honestly. But you know, I think that he'll probably just continue to do his thing. But you know, people that want to be careful and critical, and if they hear us talking about it, like they may avoid a negative experience. Because I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I've had like a few friends who I've like told within the industry, and they'll like ask me like about him because they knew I was like living with him for a period of time. And like luckily most of them have like listened to me, and like especially like trans girls because like
that's kind of his thing, right?
So, like, yeah and no. Like, I feel like
Privately and
I
publicly.
feel like he
Right.
intentionally, like, kept me especially, like, a secret from his page, like, when he started, which was, like, I think, like, 10 months after me on OnlyFans. Like, I noticed
He
he
started his
was
OnlyFans after.
yeah, after me. So
He's managing girls' OnlyFans without his own one?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so, like, he was, like, managing mine still at the time, and like, for one, he was putting way more effort into his own, which, like, I mean, like, fair. It is your own. You get 100% of your own cut. But I would notice he was using all these other girls, like, videos and stuff to promote his OnlyFans. But I was the only one who wasn't having their content, like, posted on his page. And I was like, gee, like, I wonder why. Because, like, I was the only trans girl. And he was like, oh, like, I just don't know, like, the market for it yet. And I was like, okay, like, I guess. But, like, I don't know. He made the comparison of, like, he named, like, a pretty well-known, like, lesbian creator and was like, well, you wouldn't expect her to, like, post men on her page. And I was like, but I don't think she fucks men off camera.
Right.
And you fuck
Right?
me off camera. So I don't get where you decide to draw the line there.
Right. That doesn't really apply.
Yeah. And then so he was like, oh yeah, I guess I'm like an idiot. So like I will start posting you. But the only time you'd post me is if there was a cis girl, like also in the video or the picture. And it would never be anal. It would be me sucking him off.
Oh my god.
Because it was gay to fuck a trans girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Closeted men in this industry.
Yeah, it was
and
wild.
all of their
And I
excuses.
was like, I thought it was your favorite ass to fuck, but like, I guess not.
Damn. Well, that it's just so slimy. And like, I know that you went to him a couple times being like, this is how this makes me feel.
Multiple times. And it was just like in one ear, out the other. Like he would change for maybe like a day or two, like make a post and then like, I guess expect me to like shut up and like never talk about it again. But it just built up this like resentment, like more and more within me that I was like, okay, like I'm not gonna like lie to protect you anymore. Like this is just stupid.
Yeah.
Like I don't want you taking up space in like my mind rent free anymore. So I'm just gonna be honest.
And every time you like told him about how you're feeling, he would be so manipulative to you and be like,
Yeah, you saw the
yeah, I
the
did peruse the
Yeah.
screenshots, and he honestly used the same exact language with me and with us when we like came to him with concerns of him making us feel uncomfortable or XYZ. He was like, oh, well, instead of just getting mad, why don't you educate me? Like, instead of blah, 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 why
Like,
aren't you trying to
educate
help
yourself.
me? Yeah, educate yourself. Like, why should it be up to us to
It's
fix
like
you?
I can't teach you to be a good person.
No.
Like,
No.
like
It's like,
you
tell
should have
me
learned
how.
that a long time ago. But
No. Once I found out his mom hates him,
yeah,
that's just
that was another thing.
that says a lot.
I know.
And he posts his fucking dogs and doesn't walk them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah, like all the like the one dog especially, like there's two now, one of them passed away. But the one that's like all over his feed. I mean, I would post that little dog all the time because he was so cute. But
He only
yeah.
posts the cis dogs.
Yeah, not the trans dogs. But yeah, like the entire time I lived there, he did not walk them once. And I guess his excuse was like his knee, but it's like we see you like fucking and
how much money
twerking
do
and
you
running in
make?
videos. Like, no.
He can't walk
Playing
because of his knee,
hockey.
but he can run and play hockey
Exactly.
and fuck people.
Exactly.
No.
You can't walk your dogs down the road.
He sounds like a very like lazy sociopath to me who like
Absolutely.
really likes to have women like essentially do a lot of work for him, which is just a classic fucking prototype.
That is a category of sociopaths, the sloth. It's literally what it's called. It's like the one
Sloth
that
mechanic.
Oh my god. Stop.
Oh my god. I mean,
Yeah.
just his actual stage name alone is like filled with
Cringe.
red flags. It's just like it's like this. Oh my god, this guy messaged me recently to collab, and it's just the worst name I've ever heard.
Oh no.
It's the Womb Raider. I was like, are
Like,
you?
I get the pun, but no.
You should never be in the womb, sir. And also, of course, the bio is like Afghan vet. But I'm like, oh,
Oh,
my
no.
God. You're not coming miles between this pristine portal with your
Please
machine
don't.
gun dick.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
please. Oh, my God. Yeah.
It's just funny how they like type it out and like they're typing it out to create an account and they're like,
This
yeah,
is
like
good.
this is the one.
Yeah.
You know? Like, no.
No. It's just like it. I mean, the skin plumber is like fully objectifying women, even just in the name. You know, it's just like,
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just
Objects.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think after seeing like all the pictures and stuff of him at AVN, and I don't know if you saw him
I did
there.
see him a few times.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and another girl came up to me and actually like she was upset. So she was like venting to me about the whole situation because I
Mhm.
guess she thought I still like was close with him.
Mhm.
And so I like told her, I was like, that's no, like that ship has sailed, but like I understand how you feel. And like I wouldn't worry about not being in his good books anymore. Like,
Yeah. Also, when
no.
you first reached out to me, I was kind of like,
I know we had
I
like
was
a
ner-
2-hour conversation.
yeah, I was like, I was nervous just because I had other girls reach out to me and then they ended up going to him with the information I shared
Yeah,
with.
that's what the girl told me as well. She said someone sent screenshots of like, I guess there was like a group chat about him or something.
Mm.
Maybe the Telegram
The
group.
Telegram group.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think so. And went to him with like the screenshots, and I was
Mhm.
like,
It was literally the
can
girl
we
running
please
the
not
group.
do that? Like, I don't know. It's just giving like pick me vibes, like
Mhm.
with him.
And who wants him to pick them? I just
know.
don't get it.
I guess like a lot of the girls don't have all the information either, but
Mhm.
it's like the ones who did have the information and are like still playing
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
card. I just can't. Like, no.
And
Yeah.
it's not like, I don't know. I don't think any of us want to have this conversation to like just for fun or like to just destroy someone's career type of shit, but it's really hard like being in this industry and seeing like people who are too big to fail, who are like
I
abusers, and
know.
then
That's what's
seeing
scary.
seeing like a
'Cause
new
you're like,
person
I'm
come in
going
and blow
against
up.
this like person who has like an army behind them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's hard to see his career because he is so new and it is so transparent, I think, to all of us that he's like kind of dog shit. Like, it's hard to like not say anything about it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we would have regretted like not saying something, and just like I'm not like sharing all the information that I got through the DMs and stuff just because I don't know, it's not really like my stories to tell.
Mhm.
But if I say like really vaguely, like there are problems with non-consensual things. There are problems with like being too aggressive, putting a foot on the head and not ever having that conversation. And
Mhm.
that's really concerning. And I think that because we talked a little bit of shit about him, I think I was like, maybe he will, just for his own protection to not get canceled, like do better. But I don't think that is the case, because I do think he's a sociopath.
And does not belong in this industry at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
No, please no.
And I think people are like, oh, they're just mad because he's successful. They're just mad because he's on the come up, whatever. Because that does happen. Like, women come forward when men are being really publicly praised, and it's not
To
out of
protect
It's
other
not
women.
out of like
jealousy,
It's
right?
literally
No.
out of like, wow, I can see all this like success that you're receiving and this image being like painted of you, and it's becoming like more concrete in their eyes.
Mhm.
So like you feel like you have to say something before like
Yeah.
I don't know, they just get like rewarded and become like this untouchable thing. Like, no, like that's
Exactly.
not the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to see women who like are so successful on their own, and they could make bank just off solo content or off of literally any man for boy girl stuff, and to like choose to work with him and choose to post him like he's a boyfriend, and seeing that happen with so many girls I really like, I'm just like,
I know.
fuck, man.
It's because he's like, I don't know if this like applies to the whole like sociopath thing, but like it's just he comes across like extremely like charismatic, and like I would say I'm sure you guys have different opinions, but like at the beginning I was like, oh my god, like this guy's like super attractive and he's like into me, and I think he like plays into that because he
Mhm.
like knows he can get away with it, right? Like he's
Mhm.
given this pass.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, now I don't think the same at all. But at the time, I was like, that's how he comes across. So it's like when someone like that like shows an interest in you, you want to like, it gives you that confidence and makes you feel good.
Mhm.
So, but like, be careful.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a fine line between
with like other men too, right?
Yeah.
Like, you
Mhm.
just don't know.
You just don't know. And I think
Get
like
to know them.
making your scene partner feel confident and special and sexy, that's great. Like we're not saying that's a bad thing. It's like this like tunneling in and being like you are
Keep
my
your wits
favorite
about
ass to
you.
fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that type of language that's like putting you above other people that he's
Exactly.
working with.
And as far as consent goes, like doing that to women who do not want to be in the porn industry of their own accord and then using your charm to convince them to enter it to give you money.
Yeah.
That is bad.
That's a problem. Yeah, I do want
Yeah.
to outline like it seems like he is
I know.
PIMPINGing some of these girls.
for sure.
Absolutely. Well,
And,
one of
yeah.
the girls, actually, her aunt reached out to her on Facebook because she knew the whole situation and sent her like a link about Romeo pimping.
Uh-huh.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was like, I read up about it after she told me, and
You're
I was
like,
like,
"Oh,
this is
sounds
exactly what
familiar."
happened.
Yeah.
I'd like joke about my like with my friends too about the situation, and I was like, was I like groomed? Like, I don't know.
I mean,
kind of.
Yeah, he's
A little
like
bit.
implanting the idea of filming, and you're like,
Mhm.
this is hot. It's like when you
And
give
like
these.
all that content that was filmed, like the first couple of times we were together was conveniently like up on my page so fast. And then that's when it kind of kicked in that I was like, oh, like, was this planned all along?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I think. I hope not for both of your sakes, but it
Mhm.
just seems like the ducks are in that
A
row.
little too coincidental. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, and I don't think he's the only one like
For sure not.
acting this way.
But it is really irritating that he like has this image that he's like woke and hot and like just like the stereotypical like all-American boyfriend, but you're acting like that. Like that's one thing, you know?
Mhm.
Right. And like before I found out about his like transphobic tendencies, I had assumed before ever meeting him and having a bad experience, like I was like, oh, he loves trans girls.
Yeah. I was just like a pawn
Yeah.
in that situation for sure.
That sucks, babe. I'm so sorry. You're so
Mhm.
much more than like making him look like he loves trans girls.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's a shitty role to play. Like, I'm sure other girls, like, in niche categories feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, looking back, because, like, you know the type that he goes for. And that's, like, 95% of his content, I would say. And then the rest is just to, like, keep the haters, like, away. When in reality, they're just, like, pointing out a pattern that they see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Like our friend pointed out to him that he never sleeps with like BBW women.
Mhm.
And his response was like, I sleep with like size 6 to 8 girls all the time. And she was like,
What?
wow, are you giving me as a man, you're giving me the
Excuse
like
me?
American size, like model, like sizes that are skinny as fuck?
Yeah.
So
That's
whack.
crazy. I saw someone be like, you've never made a video with a black girl, and then he like immediately goes and does it.
Literally on the phone, like, called his friend to come over to the house
That
like,
day?
the next day.
Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Not the
You
criteria.
see, guys, I'm a good person. Like, no.
Oh. No.
No.
Some of the DMs were pretty like Toronto based, like, oh, everybody here knows that.
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody knows, I would say. Like, Toronto, Ottawa area, like, they all know.
Oh my God. You gotta go
Mhm.
down to the US of A.
Yeah, seriously. We're the lower hanging fruit. I get it.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, shit.
Thank
You
you.
know?
Yeah. Thank you for
If
sharing
there's
and-
anything that
Yeah.
if he threatens to sue you, if he comes at you in any way from coming on this podcast,
Mhm.
immediately tell us. She's basically a lawyer.
bark bark.
Perf.
So we have you covered. We will protect you at all costs. And fuck this dude. He's an absolute clown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
More than just on Twitter. Literally.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because it's scary. But, like, just, like, seeing him, like, at AVN just pissed me off. And I was like, yeah, I need to speak about it because so many people don't know the whole story.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just an infuriating person, and it's also it is scary to think about where his career could go, and I don't like thinking about that, and don't personally want to let that
Yeah,
happen.
we have enough like bad people
For
in
sure.
the industry who also need, their karma, but at least I could like directly help with this. And
Yeah.
I feel like you guys played a part in that too, like
Mhm.
doing God's work.
We have to protect the girls out
Yeah,
here.
protect the girl.
Because the men are not going to do it.
They're not
No.
doing it.
So we have to do it for each other. you
Yeah,
know?
100%.
Yeah. What else do you have planned in LA while you're here?
I actually have a collab like later today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's the scoop?
Like who is he?
Like, what are you
or-
doing?
Oh, like anal. The
What-
huge.
Oh, I wanted to ask you your anal prep because I have
Oh,
been struggling
okay. So
for a long time.
Your
routine.
anal is so clean.
Oh,
and
thank
I don't
you.
even mean like
There's a lot of work that goes
in the
into
clean
that.
version, but like your actual like asshole, like the gape.
My gape.
This like the shape is perfect.
thank
It's
you.
like an inner tube. There's no like weird edges. Like if
Oh, thank
my
you.
asshole were to gape, it would look very different. So
No, hemorrhoids are real.
We have
But as far as
talk
like
about.
that goes, like my routine, besides fasting, which kind of like sucks. Like I won't eat after like a certain point. Usually like I would say like the latest I would eat is like 9 p.m., which
The day
isn't
before.
even that crazy. But usually I film in the afternoon because I'm not a morning person.
Okay.
So I'll do that, yeah, like 9 p.m. And then I'll like wake up, order my coffee so I can like get the bowels moving.
Mhm.
And then I'll take an enema afterwards.
You choose the bulb.
No, like
like a
the
full-
saline thing
Yeah,
that you
okay.
squirt
Uh-huh.
because like that works wonders. So I'll like use that and then I'll like do my shower routine, get ready, and then I'll do like a couple squirts of the actual like bulb
Okay.
and like make sure I'm good. Usually then like plug myself until I get to like the shoot or until they come over until we're ready. And then by then like all the water you've like
Cause-
squirted up has like dropped by that point. And then you do one last
Smart.
little like kind of like superficial rinse.
Okay.
And then I'm usually good to go.
So you fill it
Wow.
with the water and then plug it so it's in there, kind of like
Yeah.
a little washing
marinating.
machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little
Because like you
dishwasher.
can squirt it. It actually goes like pretty far like in there and you can't get all
It's
of it
the never-ending
out sometimes.
hole.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do like the whole thing, and that was like a nightmare. It would
What do you
take, like two,
mean?
like when you do like the nozzle, like the hose.
Uh-huh. Like
Like
a
a
colonic
colonic?
situation.
What's a colonic?
Ooh.
Is that like the one that's like attached to
The
the actual
shower.
shower?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to do that, which they work great, but like because you're shooting so much water up there, it goes so
Too
far
high.
up you
Yeah.
that like you're just like you're shitting out water for like hours and hours.
Yes.
It's like you don't have to actually clean your entire colon out. Which before I was like, I need to be like squeaky clean.
That small intestine must be
Yeah.
pristine.
just in case they're like 80 inches. But yeah, no. So yeah, that's my routine I have now. So
That's great. That's
works
very
most
good
of the
to
time,
know.
but-
yeah.
That is very
She's
helpful.
unpredictable.
yeah, the occasional mess, but we're usually good.
The occasional mess. Are people usually just totally chill?
I feel like you have to be like if you're shooting anal, like
One
you
would
know
hope.
what you're getting into,
Yeah.
right? Like
Mhm.
you know what comes out of there. Do you expect me not to eat for like days on end?
Mm-hmm.
Like no.
That's what the person that we worked with last night said to me on the way to your house.
What he was
He was joking, but he was like, "You got to always be prepared for anal." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Did you eat yesterday?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, I was like,
You were-
"Excuse me?"
We weren't even shooting anal with him.
I know.
that's insane.
I agree.
What, like stay ready so you don't have to get
Stay
ready? Just don't eat. Just like what?
Just never eat and always be
Just
prepared
take IV fluids.
to be fucked
Yeah.
in every hole, or you're not a good whore.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it
very.
feels like though when
Yeah.
you go to like industry events and stuff and have like a lot of collabs like in a row and you're just like, I guess I'm just not eating this week. Like,
Oh.
Anal girls be like,
yeah, they do the most. They don't get their
accolades.
yeah their
Mhm.
accolades as much as they should.
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah,
I've
I do
never
it
done-
dirty. Really?
yeah.
Yeah. That's like you need a man that is
This is what I think. This is I'm like, I need a man who's like a 7 to 8 on like a scale of 1 to 10 enjoying shit. Like I don't want them to be obsessed with shit, but I don't want them to even be neutral about it. I need like slightly above neutral because even neutral kind of hurts my feelings.
Okay, so they have to kind of be into.
Just in the same
Yeah.
way I am, just like a little shit curious, you know? You know what I mean?
Skiddity scat.
They're like,
scat.
we don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I personally don't feel that way,
Want
but like I get so embarrassed if I have dirty anal.
Yeah,
like,
it's awful.
I only get embarrassed when the other person doesn't like it. If they were
Yeah.
like a little bit into it, I'd be like, oopsie.
I
And
mean, I guess it makes it less embarrassing.
Yes.
But
Mhm. But sometimes
But then there's
that's
poop.
about it.
sometimes the guys that are into that though,
Something's off.
yeah, they're like
Usually.
they got bodies in the basement, you
Yeah.
know. So you have to be like really use discernment when you're
It's so
finding
true.
the men that like dirty
Mhm.
anal, because I'm scared for you.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
saying
the
above
ones that, like
neutral.
you don't have
Above
to you
neutral.
don't have to clean at all. Like I'd prefer you don't. And then you're like, actually I'm not gonna come over anymore. No, thank you.
They're like, go to Taco Bell beforehand.
Literally. Chipotle, Taco Bell.
Yeah, that's my anal routine.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Maybe I'm just going through a phase, you know?
Yeah. A lot
Yeah.
of us do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, so you're fasting right now?
Yeah. Well, I ate at I think 8 yesterday, and I
Mhm.
haven't eaten this morning.
Oh my god.
You're so strong.
seriously.
Although I'm not really that hungry in the morning. I don't know
Mhm.
about you guys, so I can get away with it until 3 or 4 p.m. and then I'm starting to
Yeah.
get a little lightheaded, and I'm like, okay, I gotta eat.
We hadn't really eaten much before our collab yesterday, and we just literally stopped mid blowjob. Actually, I stopped at mid blowjob. I felt kind of bad, but I was like, I don't think anyone needs to come in this situation. I would like to go get
We're
dinner.
seeing stars.
Honestly, it wasn't even that bad. I was just I kind of just want to go eat.
I think we're
Oh,
just gonna
fair.
play I don't know. I'm not gonna placate to the cum shot. I'm not gonna placate to the dick at all. Like I
There's
don't
so much
know.
cum on my page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to end in
It's
No.
a
fine.
facial. Or...
Before I did porn, I never once thought about the man coming. Let me tell you that right now. And then it's it's all about the video and working with some mainstream girlies who are just kind of porn pilled about that of we must make you come. And you really don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Let them go home hard.
Yeah. I
is
mean,
what I always
I
say.
kind of get a little kink out of it. I don't know. I it's validating to me.
For
yeah,
sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
But if it's it's gonna be another 35 minutes to make that
Oh,
happen,
yeah, then no.
let's go get food.
Yeah.
Instead.
My jaw hurts. We have
Yeah.
to leave.
Yeah, I already had a collab earlier that day. I was like, this is a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
I love cum, but I would also love to have a 3-minute blowjob video on my site to sell.
Yeah.
That would do great.
Sometimes the short little ones are
Uh-huh.
the best
Mhm.
because
For
you can
real.
give your 110 for those
Mhm.
3 minutes.
It was also funny. He hid in my closet behind my
Oh my God.
clothes, and his boner was sticking out.
We were playing
And
hide and go.
Wait, why was he hide and go dick?
we were playing? Yeah. And we were
That's fine.
looking through the clothing, where is it? And then it just popped.
Oh my god! You just saw his dick, you didn't see the rest of his.
He was,
body?
yeah, he was
Oh,
just
I
the
love
dick
that.
coming
out of the clothes.
Yeah, we'll show it to you
Just
after.
what's this?
So silly.
I would love to work with you sometime.
Yeah.
I
You're really
would
hot.
super be into that.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
I'm I've done a few scenes with cis women before, but I'm definitely looking to get more into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm open to any type of possibility that you could see with working
100%. I
with.
would love that.
You know.
I think we were supposed to
Yeah.
at one point,
Yeah,
but
I think so too.
with somebody else involved.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't
Yeah.
happen. We deserve our own time.
Yeah, we both are
With-
on.
I already know who it is.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How was that experience? Probably okay.
It was
I hope.
okay.
Mhm.
It was a little weird because I think he was I think he was high when we collabed,
Oh.
on weed.
Yeah.
I think,
Oh.
but he just didn't know what to do with his arms or hands. They're just kind of at his side as I was sucking him off, and I'm you can touch me,
Act like a
right?
person.
Yeah, it was fine when he was fucking me, but the blowjob was weird because he was just sitting there, and I was like, are you gonna do anything? Or...
He was just please get hard, please get hard.
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I broke his dick, and it didn't really work
Oh.
the same after, unfortunately.
For how long? Is it just broken for life?
It's I would say it's 20% broken forever. And I think he lost an inch too. I'm not
Karma's a
gonna lie.
bitch.
Oh no! I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was way
I mean,
in the
you
be-
gave me the full scoop after on So
Yes. Lots of scoops. It was
Yeah.
like the family.
another
portion.
dude who has a lot of public praise, but
Yes.
doesn't know the full situation. We're just
Exactly.
out here exposing them.
A verified Instagram account is a red flag.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody be careful.
Actors are
Actor.
red flags.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Z-list ones.
Yeah. Like a Netflix Christmas special.
Hallmark.
Actors
red
never turn it off.
Yeah.
Never turn it off. They don't know how to.
Seriously.
They don't know what their core is. I'm sorry, but they just don't.
Yeah. Everybody out there, just be very careful about men, especially if you're in Los Angeles.
I feel like they know.
They know.
Deep down, they
Yeah.
know what's up.
LA men.
No, LA women. know
Yeah.
what's up.
That's
It's the LA men.
Yeah. But the girls that are new to LA, I think it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the most
That's the
dangerous
vulnerable.
Yeah, you are
population.
vulnerable.
time. Yeah. This was such a good episode.
This was. I
You're
had a good
so
time.
sweet and so funny.
I
I
know,
know
I
you
love
guys
listening-
had like a good presence. I didn't feel that nervous. Yeah.
I love your voice.
Yay.
I could listen to you talk.
I-
Like
Thank
if you
you,
make audio
you're
porn.
sweet.
Yeah, do you do audio porn?
No, I actually don't talk that much.
Could
like,
we get a
even in
custom
my
from you?
videos? Of course, I'll just do like ASMR or something with this jacket. Like as I'm sure
Ooh.
people have like heard this.
Honestly, please. I love that.
Perfect.
It sounds great.
Yeah. I'm not wearing a bra under here.
She's not, and she never will, because she accidentally ripped it.
Yeah. Oops! Don't tell Prada.
Oops. Well, thank you so much, Leah, for
No,
coming
thank you for
on.
having me. I had a good
Yeah.
time.
Being brave.
I hope
Yeah,
this is like
beautiful.
cathartic and healing and
No, I think it has been for sure. We'll see like the aftermath, but
yeah.
you know, we're prepared.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah. I won't be hearing from him because he has me blocked everywhere. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I took the first step, but
Of course.
Love that for
I was
you.
the blocker. But
Yeah, that's important.
mhm.
Yay.
La, 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 la.
Woo. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Woohoo.
Are you sure you want to post that?